Aloha. Welcome to the Walking in Aloha, Let's Talk Story podcast. We're so glad to have you here. E como mai. Now here's our podcast host and award-winning author, Michelle.
Aloha, everyone, and welcome to the Walking in Aloha Let's Talk Story podcast. My name is Chall Ebalaroza-Kawano. I'm a speaker, author, certified facilitator, and a creative coach. And I'm here today to bring you day 2029. It's the 29th of December. What am I talking about? Day 88. We are on day 88 of our 90-day jumpstart to 2026. We have come so far, and today is on health and healing. So honoring the healing. Scripture today is Psalms 23:3, and it is, restores my soul. It is so good. He restores my soul. Affirmation for today is, my healing is real, ongoing, and worthy of honor. Like I said, walking in aloha, the ALOHA, affirmations and actions, leadership and love, overcoming obstacles, health and healing, and acute awareness is not one and done. It is something that we do every day, every moment. It is something that we walk in. Here in Hawaii, we know aloha. We live aloha. I was born and raised here on the island. I didn't move from Oahu until I was 20 years old, and I moved to Kauai. And that was a big move, just from one island to the other. But I didn't move off the Hawaiian Islands until I was probably 25. No, I don't know. I was older, 27, 20 something. Anyway, it was a while before I even traveled to what we call the mainland. And like I said, aloha is not one and done. When God gave me the 5 steps to living your God potential life, which was the ALOHA, and I wrote my book, I knew that it was something that I could share with the world, but I knew that I had to put it in there, that it is not one and done. It's not like you can go through the book and be good. It's something that you live. It's something that you walk in every day. So the affirmations for today, my healing is real, ongoing, like I said, ongoing and worthy of honor. So today, your action step is, thank your body, mind, and spirit for carrying you through this journey. All these days, we've been together now for 88 days, and we're almost completed with our 90-day jumpstart to 2026. Like I explained in the beginning, I didn't want it to just be a New Year's resolution. So many people make a New Year's resolution and it is gone by January, mid-January, February. You know, you don't even know what you're talking about come March, April. So I wanted this jumpstart to not just be a New Year's resolution, but something that we lived throughout this past 90 days, the past 3 months, that will help us elevate and push us into 20, right? Not push, but propel us into 2026 in such a way that it is going to be amazing. I had Dr. Ben Clinton on, and he spoke about turning the year around, your turnaround year. I will have Sally come on, and she will talk about how you go from just having goals to dreams, to following your dreams. It's okay to just, like accomplish your goals and things like that, but to hold on and accomplish those dreams. So healing continues when it is honored. So thank your body, mind, and spirit for carrying you through this entire journey. Not just the 90 days, but this entire year, 2025, because I know it's been hard for a lot of people. if you can thank yourself, thank your mind, thank your body, and thank your spirit for carrying you through the year, but carrying you through your entire life until today, because God has a plan and a purpose for you, and He is going to continue to work in your life. As I said, healing continues when it is honored, health and healing. And I have to share today, I was on a call with an amazing speaker. He's a pastor, he's a coach, Jerry. I don't know how to say his last name, Rosen Bell. I am so sorry. I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher it. Anyway, he is amazing, amazing. And I'm so glad that I was able to get on the call with him this morning. I've been so busy that I've never scheduled a call with him. And I said, I am going to do it. I'm going to schedule a call with Jerry before the new year so that I can carry it into the new year. I want to be well prepared for the new year. So I said, I'm going to get on a call with Jerry before the new year. And I was able to jump on, and praise God, there was a opening in his schedule for me to go on. And I was on with him at 10 o'clock this morning. We just got off and it was amazing. Shared on how I was worried at one point about sharing my faith. It's not all that, right? So at that time, at that moment, when I was going through that, I did feel that I was maybe in the wrong space. Like, I'm not going to say that maybe God made a mistake, but you see it in the Bible all the time where where they talk about, like, I think you called the wrong person. I think, like Moses said it. I mean, I'm not the first to be like, I don't know if you're calling the right person. So I was in that space where I was like, I'm not sure if I am the right person for this calling. And I don't know how to share what I've gone through or how I got to this place right now where I am able to do what I do and all that I do without giving credit to my creator, without giving that credit right back to Jesus. I cannot even imagine how life would be today if I didn't have my faith, if I didn't have God in my life. I don't know. So, like I said, there was a time when I was like, oh, I think I'm in the wrong place. I don't know what I'm doing, with this. I cannot. How am I supposed to change it? And so I was trying to rewrite my whole keynote, and it wasn't good for me. It wasn't flowing right. I couldn't do it. It just did not feel right at all. And so I really had a hard time, and I thought maybe I needed to reach out to other people, like study with someone else or go down another lane. And I was like, okay, I need help. And whenever I am stuck in a place like that and not know where to go, I always, always, always seek counsel, and it is in prayer. And so I asked God, I was like, I don't know if you called the right person. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to be doing. But if this is where I'm supposed to be, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, then please, please help me, guide me, and lead me to the right people. Bring to me the right people, Father God, because I need help. And so but God led me to Robin Dykstra, and I studied with her. I did a boot camp with her, and it was not Christian women's ministry, but speakers, right? And I was able to find that I can speak about my faith. I can feel confident in what I'm talking about, even though I'm talking about Christ, and to stand on my faith, to be true to myself and to stand on my faith. And Robin's story is amazing. You need to go, look her up, Google her. She is amazing. Her life, what she went through, what she came through, and how God is using her now, phenomenal, and she was a Playboy bunny, now a Christian women's speaker. She helps women take on stages. She helps women speak. So I'm like, I can do this, right? It's okay. And not just stay in that Christian lane, but actually speak to the masses. Because even though like having this talk with Jerry, he's amazing. And like he said, you can. And it is truly, it goes back to what did God do for me? How did God walk me through that? And it is my story. And like how he said, right from the beginning, if I share that this is who I am, this is how it is, and this is what I talk about, like God walked me through this, this is my story and how the Lord got me to the place that I am today. So when people listen to my keynote, when they've heard it, it has turned people around. It has changed people's lives. And I know that I may not be the most eloquent speaker, but I don't have to compare myself with other people. I am who I am. I can speak the way I speak, and it is still okay. It is still okay. I am still learning, and I can't compare my, 20th toss to someone's 2,000 or 20,000. It is how we start. It is all in that health and healing that we can walk through what we walk through. It is through the health and healing that we are worthy of honor. All of this connects back to walking in aloha. And that's why I am so blessed that God has given me the Aloha Always framework, and that I am able to coach people now through that framework. And when I was at the retreat with Lisa Nichols, and I was able to sit and just be with the people there and speak, and it was just amazing. But to share my story, to share how I got to where I am, for them to know my background on the domestic violence, for them to know that I started in their Ignite program, right? And walked all the way through to sitting in the living room, sitting in Lisa Nichols' living room, and just being in that absolute close proximity with an amazing, amazing woman, and Sean Smith, an amazing, person. He is a great coach and actor, and he does, he's just great. I love him. But I've done so much work over this past year that I just having to write it all down, right? If I had to write it all down, all the things that I've done, all the work that I've done on myself, and going through all of the health issues that I've been going through, yet saying and standing on the fact that I will not let my disability or disabilities stop me from or disabling me from my calling. I will not let my disabilities disable me from my calling and what God has placed in front of me. This is something that I need to do. This is something that I know that I am called to do. The lives that it's changing, I know that it is something that is not just for me. Your story is not just for you. The things that you've gone through, it may have been hard, but the lessons learned can teach someone else, can help someone else, can shorten that gap, can be that bridge for someone else. And why not? Why not help out that next person? And that is what I do. I help people go from hurt to healing, from fear to fearless, from doubt to encouragement in doing what they always knew that they could do. Because I know that 'cause I lived it. I know it because I lived it. And the reason why it's so different for me is because I walk it every day. It's not like it's something that I learned from a book. It's not something that I went to school for. It's something that I went to the school of life for. I lived every moment of it. And that is how I am able to be here today, because I walk the hard walk. If you look at my shoes, it is marked and marred and dirtied by every single thing I had to walk through. And yeah, it's hard. It's not all glamorous. I go to work and people, you know, they know that I write. The last time I left on the trip for the retreat with Lisa Nichols, they knew that I always bring my books out. I always share my books anywhere I go. And so someone was asking me about my writing. You must make a lot of money. Well, as a writer, unless you're on the bestsellers list and you've been there for quite a while and your books are just selling off the shelves, and you know that it is not in your books that your money comes. It is what is written in your book. Your book is a tool. Your book is actually like a ticket in, but it is what is written in your book. It is your story behind your book. That is what sells. That is what your what they call your money makers are at. So you have to be able to share, you have to be able to go out, you have to be able to speak. If no one knows your story, then they will not know the true story behind your book, right? That is where your most impact comes from. And I learned that quite a while ago when I first had my book go out and I was asked to speak. I was approached by so many people asking me to speak on podcasts. Like I said, I live here in Hawaii. A lot of people are in the mainland or overseas in other countries. And I was asked to speak. So we would meet on podcasts, on radio, recordings, whatever it is. And then I won the International Impact Book Award for Walking in Aloha, 5 Steps to Living Your God Potential Life. And I went to Arizona to receive that award. I received the award and I was able to speak on TV there in Arizona. The Global Thought Leaders. It's on ABC 15. And I was able to speak on TV there. And it is still online now. You could Google Global Thought Leaders, and that interview is still online. And even in that interview, you will see how nervous I am, how, it was hard for me. I am not the best speaker when it comes to, like speaking on stage or anything like that. But like I said, I am learning, I'm getting better. I'm improving every day. And that is why I come on and I speak on my own podcast. And that is, why I do what I do, because I know that it is only through doing more that we can improve. How can you, as you do anything, right? Anything, really. If you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, how are you going to be a better guitar player if you don't play the guitar? You have to pick it up. You have to practice it. How are you going to be a better basketball player without shooting those hoops, shooting those shots? You have to be able to practice. You have to be able to get out there and do it. You cannot be better at anything you do without the continuation of doing it. I cannot be a better speaker without speaking. So sitting quiet, sitting at home, like in silence does not help my speaking voice. I need to be out. I need to be speaking. And so therefore I speak. I speak online because, like I said, I live here in Hawaii. And I have reached people all over the world by speaking through my laptop. And you can do the same thing. Don't feel that just because you are somewhere in some off country city or not city, whatever it is, I'm here to tell you that there is a way. There is a way that your voice can be heard. And if you feel that your voice needs to be heard, if you feel that you have a story to be told, something to be shared, then please reach out to me. Reach out to me because, like I said, I am just one person living on a little island in the most remote place on the planet in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, right? We are so far from everyone. But I can connect through this. And that is how I've been able to speak to people from Australia to Saudi Arabia to Spain, Africa. I have been able to speak to people all over the planet, changing lives, giving opportunities to people to share their stories, to share what they're doing to change the world. Because that is what I do. That is what I do. I open my podcast to my guests to share their stories of what they went through, how they walk through Aloha in their very own ways across the oceans. But yes, God has showed me that people walk in Aloha in their very own ways all over the planet. And I am able to share Aloha and share Hawaii with people all over the world. And so if that is you, I would love to connect. Reach out to me and we can talk about it. But it is all part of what we were here for today, which is the age in Aloha and the health and healing. I would not be here today if God did not give me that, the health and healing, if He did not walk me through. And so now I can share that with the world, which is so good. And bringing all the people that He has brought me to, learning from so many wonderful, amazing people like Jerry just this morning, to Kaylee Chu and Dale Stevens and Lisa Nichols and Robin Dykstra, all of them. It's amazing. So I just thank you again for being here. We're only a couple more days into the new year. Let's finish this year off strong, and until tomorrow, God's blessings always, and ahuiho.
Thank you for joining us here on the Walking in Aloha, Let's Talk Story podcast. Before leaving, please hit that subscribe button. God's blessings always, and ahuiho.